Hello everybody, time for another unboxing. This isn't necessarily a case, this is a package that came from Japan. And I'm going to rip off this label. It came from Japan Booster. Japan Booster is a Lamley partner. By Lamley partner, I mean Lamley sponsor. So, as some of you have asked, do I have sponsors? I do. Wheel Collectors is one. A&J Toys is another, Model Matic out of the UK, and Japan Booster out of Japan. Basically, I guide you guys to their stores. Hopefully you use them, and in return I do get models from them to showcase. So this is a package that arrived right before the gathering, actually right after the gathering in Albuquerque, and I wasn't able to get to it, so it is here for me to open right now. I'm pretty sure I know what most of this is in here, but I'm not entirely sure. But all this stuff does come from Japan, and they are available at Japan Booster, japanbooster.com, or they have an eBay store, which I've linked at lamleygroup.com and down below here on this video, so in the comments section. So I'm going to, oh wow, okay. I'm going to try and get through all of this. A lot of the stuff from Japan gets packaged in boxes, and so trying to show you just the models are going to be hard to do without making this video 8 hours long. So we're going to, I'll show you some of the stuff, maybe open a couple, and then definitely go to lamleygroup.com. All this stuff will eventually get featured over the coming days and weeks. So let's start with the first thing here. Now I will try, without making a huge mess, try and get you an idea of what's in this box. So I'm going to start from the top here. And when you get stuff from Japan Booster, you get stuff packaged very well, which is great for everything arriving intact. Probably not so great trying to open things on camera. So first up, this is from Tomica Limited Vintage. I think this is from the July batch. This is the Nissan Leopard. I'm just going to show it to you, show you the packaging in there. This is the Nissan Leopard from one of their TV series. And I know a lot of you guys know, please leave in the comments what this TV series is, but considering everything is in Japanese, it is hard for me to remember all of it right off the bat. I can write about it, hard to talk about it. So that is the first Nissan Leopard. Here's another one. Tomica Limited Vintage does a lot of different packaging, and these bigger ones, these kind of book size, are usually from their TV series. There's Seibu Kasatsu, I know I'm saying that wrong. This is a different one. Police series from back in the 70s and 80s, I believe. And, okay, this is one I will probably show. That is an R34 Skyline. Not an R34 Skyline like you're used to, like the Nismo. R34, this is a four-door sedan in a police style. We might get to that one here in a little bit, so I'm going to put it off to the side. In fact, you know what, because it's so hard to package, I know we have other of these R34 sedans, which are new from Tomica Limited Vintage this month, and they are right here. So usually Tomica Limited Vintage releases anywhere between 4 and 8 cars a month. This one looks like it's 6, those 2 special editions, and then these 4, so we'll walk through them. First one is an Isuzu Hillman. I'll try and get in a little bit on that. And they're usually released in 2, so if you see one Isuzu Hillman, you will get a second. So these are the 2 colors. I will save those for the blog because that casting has been released before. These are new colors. Here are the other 2 that I'm most interested in. R34 Nissan Skyline 25 GTX, but that is the R34 style, and another R34 in a police livery. So I'm going to set this up. I'm going to get the lighting a little bit brighter, and let's open this top one, right, because I love police cars, and while all of them are police cars, it looks like that other one has a light on it. Let's just get to it. There's the box. 25 GT Turbo. You always want to be careful with these, the old Matchbox style, right? But Tomica's been doing them forever. Okay, this one has some pieces that you can add to it. We're not going to do that right now. This is what it looks like when it comes packaged in this plastic. Alright, I am super excited to see this because this is the first time I'm seeing it. And let's turn that on. Get a sense of what that looks like in pure Tomica limited vintage fashion. It's highly, highly detailed. I'll turn this off now so you can kind of get a sense of how it looks. So you can see it's an R34 from that front grille, but you don't necessarily see a sedan all the time, right? So I think that is a stunner. Interior, detailed. Tail lights give it away too, right? It's an R34. Might have an R34 Kyosho right here. So here's the Tomica, there's the Kyosho. But you're used to that. Here, I'll pull back a little bit. You're used to the sports car, now you get a sedan. How cool is that? Anyway, they are available at Japan Booster. This is the highlight of the case for me, of this package. That is definitely going on the blog, so I'm going to put that to the side for now. Move that, let's get to the rest of this package. I could stare at that for a while, I could look over it, photograph it, but we have to move on. Ah, there is another Tomica Limited Vintage in here. So there were, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars in the July batch. And this is another one of their special TV series cars. Oh yeah, same, oh, should we move back, huh? It is another leopard, so 2 colors on the leopard. So they've released a lot of leopards. That's blue. That in Japan is very popular. Out here in the United States, maybe not as much, but cool car to have nonetheless. I think that Skyline though is a highlight for me. All right. They have also sent, one of the things that Japan Booster is doing lately is moving into 1/43 scale, and they wanted to send me a few to sample. This is a company called First 43. I know very little about them, other than they do 1/43 scale. There's a Toyota Sprinter Terreno 1972. Not going to try and open it right now, but that looks great. So there's the Sprinter. We'll definitely photograph these. Once we get past 1/43, I have a hard time photographing those models. I did a 118 that was difficult from Maisto or from Barago, but there is another Terreno from 1972, so green and orange. Those look great. Those are at japanbooster.com. We have a couple more here too. Looks also 143 is the brand, or I'm sorry, First 43. 1987 Honda Civic. Hot Wheels did the 1990. There's your 1987. These are going to be fun to look at, so we will dig into those on lamleygroup.com here shortly. Yeah, and then there's another color right there in red. So we will definitely look at those. Very excited about that. 143 is a scale I am scared to get into. Lastly is the Lamborghini set from Kyosho. We've seen Kyosho do these 24 car sets. This is a small 6 car set. This is how you would see it in stores, is in this box. And if you're not familiar with Kyosho, they do blind box like a lot of Japanese die-cast companies. So you'd go to the store and you'd see these 6 boxes, or how many were left before someone got to them. You'd basically pick one out, buy it, and then see what you got. Usually on the back they'll show you what's available. So there's a Huracan LP620-2 Super Trofeo, which Hot Wheels is just doing. In fact, like that, right? So there's we'll see if we open one, and there's Hot Wheels. Yeah, and then the Asterion LPI 910-4. So let's just see what we got here. Go ahead and open it up. If you bought all 6, then you might be guaranteed them. We got a white Huracan, and I don't know if I'm saying that right, but there you go. You can move in just a tad. And let's see if we can find the gray one, because that'll be your signature. Pull out another one here. We'll also see if we can get the Asterion before I bail out of this video. Yeah, here's one. Here's the Asterion. Comes a little collector card. And here is the version in red. Looks pretty good. So Kyosho, always highly detailed. Once you get them off that plinth, sometimes they roll, sometimes they don't, but they always display really, really well. And they're not as expensive as the Tomica Limited Vintage, which is nice. Do one more. Yeah. So here we go. Here's your signature Lamborghini. Move that one up here. And we'll put that one right there. It's got the sponsors. This one we will definitely, I mean, why not? Since Kyosho releases theirs and Hot Wheels releases theirs. Why not show them both on the blog at the same time? That'll be fun. We'll do that. Alright, so there is the Kyosho. That is the latest box from Japan Booster. All this is going to be on lamleygroup.com at some point. Alright, talk to you later.